It is my favorite time of the year to be a Call of Duty esports fan. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the 2018 Call of Duty World League Championship. The final event for World War II is less than 3 weeks away. It is the biggest event of the year, the final one, the big one, whatever you want to call it. And I'm here today to break down the prize pool and the 2018 pools that have been announced for the Call of Duty World League Championship. I've been watching competitive Call of Duty since Black Ops 2. My first event that I ever watched was actually Call of Duty World League Championship, except it wasn't called the COD World League back then. It was just Call of Duty Championship. So this year, it is the Call of Duty World League Championship because it is based out of the CWL and everything. Obviously, if you guys are fans, you know this. You don't need to explain it. Anyway, I've been watching every single Call of Duty event since 2013, when Rico Impact won the World Championship then, and then 2014 Complexity, 2015 Nile, and then so on and so forth, 2016 Envious, and 2017 Optic Gaming. And then now 2018, who is going to be the next Call of Duty champion? What team is going to be taking home the big one and the trophy? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to get into it and to break it down. Now, I must say, this probably has to be the most stacked Call of Duty championship event that I've seen up to this far. This event, really, like, there's so many teams that you could probably say could take it. There's at least a good 7 or 8 that you could say, you know, really realistically have an actual chance. We're going to get to that a little later on in the video, but first we're going to break down the prize pool for the event. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look here at the graphic. First place, $600,000. Wow. You know, that wasn't until a couple years ago. I think Black Ops 3 was the first event that they did 600K for first place. They upped the prize pool from 1 million to 1.5 million, as you can see by the graphic on your screen here. $1.5 million up for grabs, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, how they still are doing it. So technically, it's 1,550,000, because if I'm not wait, what did they give 50K away? They gave a lot of money away to first place. I don't want to say it was 50K. 50K kind of sounds about right for MVP, but I don't think that that's right. So don't hold me to that. But anyway, second place gets $200,000. Third place gets $100,000. Fourth place gets $80,000. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and you know the list goes on and on and on. So that is the breakdown for our prize pool this year. It was the same as last year and the year before, so nothing has really changed too drastically. But a lot of money is up for grab, and pride and egos and everything are going to be intact and shown at this event, because this is the final event of the year, and this is where your story is made, in a sense. You know, if you're a pro, or you know, when we get to the pools, and some of you guys don't recognize some of the team names, we'll go over them. You know, if you're an AM, this is like your moment to shine and to try to prove yourself that you are as good as that you say you are, and you know, you didn't waste the entire year grinding the game for nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your 2018 Call of Duty World League Championship pool plays. Here, as you can tell, there is 8 pools, 8 times 4, 32. There will be 32 teams competing at the Call of Duty World League Championship in less than 3 weeks, and I am here now to break down the pools, give my predictions on who I think is going to make it through to the bracket side of everything. So let's go ahead, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Pool A, let's get started with it. Alright, so I present to you your first pool here. Let's break it down. Team Caliber, Epsilon, Team Heretics, and Lightning Pandas. Now, for those of you guys that are not familiar with it, I'll go ahead and break it down with it. Team Caliber and Epsilon were both a part of the CWL Pro League that took place throughout the year. Team Caliber recently just won Season 2 playoffs, so they got the first seed into Pool A. So right now, they are the last team to win an event. It was Rise. They were about to hit the three-peat, but Rise fell in the second best of 5, 3-1 to TK. and that's how that is. Epsilon was drawn into their pool, and for those of you guys that are not aware, they're like the they're one of the few Cleveland Browns that are in the Call of Duty World League. They are not very good. Team Heretics was from the Last Chance Qualifier, which was the final opportunity for top AM teams and semi-pros to qualify for the Call of Duty World League Championships, and Team Heretics did it through the winner's side of the LCQ. So they did not drop a single series. They went 2-0 in their matches, and then Lightning Pandas did it through the loser side. They went 2-1. They had to they dropped their first match, and then they won the other two, if I'm not mistaken. They could have went 1-0 and then 1-1 and then 2-1, but they did it through the loser side. So in my opinion right now, definitely Team KALIBER is going to make it out of this pool. It's simple, you know. They're the last team that won an event. They have a very dominant roster with Kenny, Pharaoh, Accuracy, and wow, I forget the last guy's name. Crazy. Enable, yeah, Enable. Wow, that took me so long to get that. And then, so that's one of the teams. I do not have faith in Epsilon. You know, they did not perform throughout the entire year in the Call of Duty World League or throughout the events. And then Team Heretics is a very, very dominant European team. And then Lightning Pandas has been a top contender throughout the year too. So if I would have to choose, it'd be between Heretics and Lightning Pandas. I'm going to go Heretics. I'm going to take it with Heretics. So I'm going to say Team KALIBER and Team Heretics are going to be walking out of Pool A. Alright, so moving along here now, we got Pool B, which is going to feature Rise Nation, Tainted Minds, Lethal Gaming, and Brash. 3 of these 4 teams I know very well. Rise Nation, obviously, the CWL Atlanta, Seattle champions, and they dominated their pools, and they've dominated the events throughout. They dominated their division in the Pro League. Rise Nation is that team right now. They're just able to, you know, pull back from, you know, being down over 150 points, down in CTFs, S&Ds. They're definitely one of those teams that you can't count out. They are that team right now. In my opinion, they are the team to beat. And then Tainted Minds is, like I mentioned before, with Pool A, with Epsilon. This is another one of the Cleveland Browns of Call of Duty. So definitely not having very much faith in Tainted Minds. And then Lethal Gaming, Teddy Rex on that team. Teddy Rex has proven himself time and time again throughout this entire year that he can compete at the top and that he can compete with top amateurs and everybody. And then Brash, haven't heard much about them throughout the year, but they did take out one of the players that I did want to qualify for the event. Sadly, he was not able to qualify because he got knocked out by them. So, moving on, my predictions for Pool B are going to be, boom, as you can see now on the screen, Rise Nation and Lethal Gaming moving out of Pool B and into the bracket play. Moving onward now to Pool C, we have Red Reserve, Mind Freak, Ghost Gaming, and Zone GG. Mind Freak, another one of the Cleveland Browns of the Call of Duty World League. Red Reserve is, in my eyes, the NA killer. They have dominated the NA teams throughout the year. They took out Optic Gaming multiple occasions. They took Rise to 2 best of 5s at Atlanta or not Atlanta. Was it Atlanta? Yeah, Atlanta. They took them to 2 best of 5s at Atlanta, and it should have went to distance in my opinion. Red Reserve is one of those teams that whoever they're playing, you have to watch because they're just going to put on a show. They get set up properly. They know what to do and when not to do certain things. Ghost Gaming, Haggy, you know, Parasite. He has not had, you know, the best of years, especially these last couple of years, but he definitely has had a better year this year, and now he's back at the Call of Duty World League Championships, as he has been every year, except for 2014 at Ghost. He did not qualify for Ghost with the cursed team that he was on at the time. And then Zone GG, I don't know very much about that team. So, here are my predictions for Pool C. Boom. Red Reserve and Ghost Gaming, in my opinion, will be moving on. Red Reserve, obviously, because they're the NA killer, and then Ghost Gaming because they're just that team right now for the top. They're definitely one of the top AM/semi-pro teams that are on the circuit right now, and I definitely feel like that they're still going to be a force to be reckoned with come Call of Duty Championships. But hey, you know, I could be wrong. This is just my predictions. You know, this isn't, I'm saying, you know, this is exactly what's going to happen. But hey, this is my opinion. I think Red Reserve and Ghost Gaming are going to be moving on, as are we, to Pool D. Onward to Pool D. We are now halfway through the pools here. We're looking at E United, Splice, EZG, and Team Sween. Now, this is where it starts to get a little tricky for me. E United recently placed 4th at the Stage 2 playoffs, and then Splice placed, I think, 9th overall in the divisions, or like 13th or something like that. It was ridiculously low. It was crazy. They did not perform the way that I would, because Splice literally went from being that dominant NA killer. They went from being the Red Reserve of IW, or the Red Reserve of this game, in IW. Splice was very, very good in IW and in BO3. And then this year they have not had very much success. They were in the finals of CWL Dallas, which was the first event, and they did take out the defending Call of Duty World League champions, Optic Gaming, who we're going to get to in a little bit when we get to their pool. But, oh man, let's get into my predictions. And probably going to get a lot of feedback on this, but in my opinion, United and Team Sween are going to be the guys. That's Tommy's team, Team Sween. You cannot count Tommy out. Tommy, ooh, very, very, very talented. He's been at he is one of 2 players left, besides Clayster, which is kind of coincidental that they're both in the same pool, that have attended every single Call of Duty World Championship event. And I feel like that Tommy's team is not one to be underestimated, and he's going to be going up against some old teammates on Splice. I just don't feel like that EZG are going to be able to come out and swing as well as they did at the LCQ. Oh boy, just looking at this pool gives me anxiety. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is the pool of death, as it is said. Literally any of these teams, in my opinion, could come out and take it. Oh man, you got FaZe that placed 5th at the Stage 2 playoffs, also performed very well at their in their division. And Complexity, you know, Doug's winning champs. You know, that meme and everything floating around. Oh my god. And then E6, which is always a top contender. They went 2-0 in their matches. And then Moratori, whatever, however you're gonna pronounce it. They went 2-1 in their matches at the LCQ. Moratori is Cells and Cade's team, for those of you guys that are kind of confused on that. And if you don't know who Cells or Cade are, they're top AMs. And Cade used to actually play on E6 back in AW, and I think for a little bit of Black Ops 3. Or maybe, you know, I'm just losing my mind. So, oh man, like literally any of these 2 teams could come out. You know, are we gonna get the FaZe that we have been seeing, you know, lately, that we saw in the Pro League? You know, they were just playing, you know, nearly lights out. They were playing to near perfection almost. You know, on certain days they had their days. Or are we gonna get the FaZe that just gets swept? You know, they're not even really competition. They're like a warm-up match for some of these teams, and that's what probably Moratori is going to be looking at to play, is probably playing FaZe as a warm-up match. And then Complexity, you know, you have Dashy and Blast on that team. Those are just 2 phenomenal players. And then, you know, Ricky's kind of fallen off a little bit, and then Doug, you know, you guys know who Doug is, you know, so. Oh man, and then E6, Abizi's a freaking monster. And then Morituri, you know, sells and Cade. This, oh my god. Okay, give me some time here. Let me think about this. Okay, so I've had some time to sit and think about this and everything, and with the way that they performed at Stage 2, I'm going to give it to FaZe. You know, with the raw slaying power that they really do have on the team, and then the ability to clutch up and make things happen when it's needed, I can't see, you know, why I wouldn't want them, you know, to make it out of Pool E, or why they wouldn't make it out. And then E6, you know, like I mentioned before, you know, play with lights out all year long. BZ is a beast. They have General on there, Sender and Diabolic, both, in my opinion, two very underrated players, you know, that haven't had their shot yet to prove that they're as good as, you know, that they've said that they are. And with the competition being so tough and everything in Pool E, you know, with FaZe, Complexity, and Morituri, I definitely feel like that this is going to be the ability. Now, I am not going to say that, you know, Morituri, you know, isn't going to just be, you know, 0-3 or, you know, 1-2, but they definitely feel like that they could be a team that is going to make some noise in their pool. But in my opinion, FaZe and E6 are going to make it out of Pool E and move on into the bracket play Call of Duty World League Championships. Pool F, number 6 of 8, Unilad, Team Envious, Les Blues, however they pronounce it, because the S is silent apparently, and then Mentality Esports. Well, this is a no-brainer. So, who else? You know, Ook. He's a monster. He's a beast. He's an animal. And then Unilad. Well, Unilad is the other NA killer besides Red Reserve. They've taken out Optic now. 2 events in a row. Anaheim and Season 2 playoffs. Do not sleep on Unilad and do not sleep on Hook. I'm sleeping on Les Blues and Mentality Esports, but you know what? If they happen to be the 2 teams that make it out of their pool and not Unilad or Team Envious, then I don't even know, man. Like, that's nuts, just even thinking about it. Okay, next. So you remember earlier when I was talking about the Cleveland Browns of the Call of Duty World League? Team Vitality was that other team in Stage 1. I think they got like 0 win, or 1 win actually. Maybe. One or the other, I can't remember. Echo Fox, those are my boys. Bryce Viceno, what a handsome man. Golly. Bryce Viceno is so handsome. Aqua, whatever. Yuli, beast. Temp, a clown. Mans is hilarious, and he's got the gunny. And then Saints, Papa Saints. He's got the cutest son, probably, out of all the pros. Man, you know, this is another one, like, I'm already, you know, booting Vitality. Like, literally, man. Like I literally mean Echo Fox, LG, or Havoc, like, any of those 3 teams. 2 of those 3, obviously, are going to make it out, but literally, it could be any. Oh, man. You know, obviously, I want to say Echo Fox and everything, but, you know, Luminosity, didn't perform well and everything, but Luminosity is, you know, still not a team to be slept on, in my opinion. And then Havoc Esports, you got Profizi, Remy on that team. Oh my goodness, this is not gonna be easy. Yep. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll just we'll just move on to the next one. All right. Pool number 8 of 8, Pool H. Last but certainly not least, we are here to the final pool play. Or not pool play, actually, excuse me, the final pool of the Call of Duty World League Championships, or World War II. We got Optic Gaming, who placed 7th, 8th in Stage 2, who placed top 6 at Anaheim, who placed top 24 at Seattle, top 16, something like that. And then at Anaheim, they placed, I don't know where. But they just have struggled all year long. They should have won the Stage 1 playoffs event, not Stage 2. They got a 7th, 8th, like I said. Stage 1, they choked against FaZe very, very hard. Attach ran through his own artillery to get a 2-piece, which I'm still mind blown that even happened, because I would have died and been, laughed at and made a fool if that was me, and I made that play. And then Evil Geniuses, I was an EG fan for a little bit, and then, I really decided to only support Echo Fox and everything because they seem to be the more passionate team at the time, and they definitely seem to be in more control than EG. And Elevate, I was a fan of Elevate back in Black Ops 3 when it was Ficeno, Felony, Aqua and Looney. The team was really good. And then Supremacy is a European team. This really, there's a lot of storylines in here. You've got a very dominant S&D team in Elevate, and then you have a Hardpoint team in Optic Gaming, and then Evil Geniuses, you have a team that doesn't watch VODs as a team. That's funny. And Supremacy, I don't know very much about Supremacy other than, they played at the LCQ, and apparently, they're good enough to qualify for the Call of Duty World League Championship. But I don't think Supremacy will make it to the pool play. And not because of just, actually because of the competition in their pool. This, and we haven't, EG didn't go to the playoffs, they didn't make it, they didn't qualify for playoffs for Stage 2. And then, what have they been working on? Have they been working on their problems as a team and everything? Have they fixed their respawns? Have they fixed their S&D? Because from Anaheim and their Stage 2 performances, they lost like 13 S&Ds in a row. And so whenever Optic Gaming and Evil Geniuses match up, somebody's going to win an S&D. Finally, their S&D streak's going to get broke. And, it's just going to come down to, really for all these teams, going up against Optic, you're going to have to take a hard point, the opening hard point, if you really want to stand a chance. Because it seems that as soon as Optic gets that first one, they just start rolling with it. Unless, of course, they get too ahead of themselves and they do what they did this past weekend at Stage 2 playoffs and at previous events. Obviously, it seems they get too far ahead of themselves and it goes over their head. So, my predictions. Here we go. This one was kind of a no-brainer. Oh man, Optic Gaming, Elevate, moving on out of Pool H. And to be 2 of the 16 teams that will continue to fight on for their shot at the $1.5 million prize pool at the Call of Duty World League Championships. So that's going to conclude this video here today on my thoughts of the 2018 Call of Duty pool play predictions for the 2018 Call of Duty World League Championships. I just repeated myself, but it's okay. This event is going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be so many upsets. There's going to be a lot of moments created. Heroes are going to be made. There are going to be new villains. And there's going to be a lot of shockers at this event. I can just feel it. This is the most stacked card for COD Champs. This is by far, the toughest and the stiffest that the competition has been. So I have full faith in everything that this event is going to deliver. And that we are going to leave World War II, finally, move forward into Black Ops 4. With high hopes and promises. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love doing these kind of videos. If you guys did like the video, please be sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment saying that you liked the video and that you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter, links in the description below. And if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that sub button. It really helps the channel grow and it means a lot. And as always, this is your boy Ayzreul signing out. Peace.